Excellent connection. Alrighty, and we are live. Yay! Hang on, let me do a little bit of oh gosh. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. So this is an impromptu live video. You know what? I have a ton of projects that I need to share with you, and oh my gosh, taking pictures of each and every single one of my projects is so time consuming. Not only that, but I do it in 100-degree weather because of lighting. I have to go outside and I do my setup, and that takes time, and then I go out there and I do a nice display. Hi Kilburn's Creative Arts, how are you? And so that takes a lot of time. So what I decided to do this morning, just looking at all these projects that I've been sitting on for the past several weeks, I thought, you know what, let me just do a live YouTube video and I'll take care of the picture taking some other time. And so, yeah, so I decided to go live with these project shares. I have a ton of card making ideas using stamps and Copic markers, and I have some 3D projects to share with you, and some old projects that I made a couple of years back that I never got to show for one reason or another, and that is what I'm gonna go ahead and do now. And also, I do have some special links in the area underneath this video. It's going to be in the description area to this video, where if you would like to know where I got such and such die or such and such stamp, you will have that link right down below. And the majority, I do believe everything that I'm about to show you is Craftstash, with the exception of a couple of things. So anyways, the first thing that I need to do, hang on a second, I need to check my chat because right now I'm recording through my laptop, and so there we go. Okay, I got it going. So Kilburn's Creative Art is in the house. Hi, thank you so much for joining me. And Justine Stone's in the house. Good afternoon, Justine. Thank you for joining me. And so, yeah, the first project that I want to share with you, oh my gosh, I love this. Ooh, and I didn't take out the dies for these. Okay, I will have to in a little bit. I received, let me share with you what I received, and I did do a haul video from these a while back. I received this set of dies from Craftstash. Okay, these are they're by Simply Made Crafts, Helen Griffin, and so yeah, these are kind of like, they compare to the memory dex cards that we do here in the United States, except the difference is that over there they have just one opening instead of the two, and the die that has the two openings is large. It's larger than the actual memory dex cards that we do. So I was thinking, you know what? Maybe I could do something like a recipe card or something like that with it, you know, but still their dimensions are different than ours. So then I figured, you know what, it's not going to be the same as my recipe cards, so let me try something else. And I chewed over this and I chewed it over, and then I said, you know what, instead of trying to fit this to the box, let me fit the box to these. And that is exactly what I've done here. So I'm going to show you the very first box that I made. Okay, let me set these to the side. This is completely made 100% from scratch. This is the box that I made to house recipe cards in, but as the problem, hi Brian, how are you? But as the problem, why am I saying problem? Hello, that's a Freudian slip. Okay, you know what I was thinking that's a problem? I was just watching on YouTube shadow banning, and well, I'm not going to go into that in detail right now, but anyways, that's a different story, off on a tangent. I want to focus on this. But my brain was saying problem. Okay, so I made this 100% from scratch. As you can see, I've used my papers by Prima, and I made a little, little footsies here using my flat back pearls. And I just decorated this with some regular trims that I found at Hobby Lobby. And here are some flowers gifted to me by crafty friends. Now, when I initially made this box, it was looking ho-hum. Okay, hi Elizabeth, how are you? It was just looking ho-hum, and I was like, Sandy, it needs something, it needs something, it needs something. Okay, so what I decided to do, and y'all know, if you've seen my last haul videos and DT videos, y'all know that I got a bunch of dies from like Christina Griffiths and so forth and so on. So let me show you something real quick. Oh my goodness, I'm not ready. Okay, so I've already done a project with this, but that video is coming up, and I'm not going to show you that project as of yet. You will see it later on this week. But as I was making this project, you see this beautiful shape, these beautiful shapes of the Christmas ornaments. And then I thought to myself, I need a backing for this. So I turned my thing upside down, and look what I saw. This absolutely fantastic shape that I could do as a backing to, ta-da, this right here. And so that's exactly what I did. I die cut 2 pieces using these and the insert, the backing and the insert, and that's how I got this. And if y'all need to know where you could get this, I do have a link in the description area of this live video right down below that gives you the link. It is an affiliate link, okay, to Craftstash, where you will find everything that's card making magic by Christina Griffiths. Okay, so I made this, and as I was building this box, I said to myself, I need to make another one. It's pretty, but it's not enough. You know me, sometimes I get in the moods to like go over the top on something. So I said to myself, it's real pretty and all, but it's not enough, okay? And I will show these to you in a moment, okay? Let me just put these to the side. So then I came up with this other box, and this one I am 100% satisfied. Now, let me remove the contents of this box, and this is the other one that I made after I made this one. I love the way this came out. This is so me. This is that design that I had in my head that I was like, okay, you could do better, Sandy. You could do something else in addition to. And the beauty about being in the Craftstash design team, unlike other design teams, thank you so much, Elizabeth. Unlike other design teams, you know how, and everybody does their design teams differently. Every company's differently. With Craftstash, I have liberty to use somebody else's stamps, somebody else's papers, somebody else's dies, because they understand that you cannot contain creativity. I have belonged to other design teams in which you cannot do any of that, okay? And it's very restricting to just using their dies, to just using their stamps. And it's very restricting when you're presented with some things and your mind just wants to amplify that. And over here, that is exactly what I did. I took this concept and I amplified it. So let me show you what I've done here. Okay, I almost cut my finger off putting this little piece in here. Look, well, it's almost healed, but I wound up smashing my thumb, trying to open and close that thing, with those pliers that we have for jewelry making. Yeah, and it hurt. My finger bled, and I was like, ow, that hurt. But I got it on there. Look at that. I love it. And the set of dies that I used here, see, these actually are Becca Feekin dies, okay? And I don't remember if I put my Spellbinders affiliate link down below, but this is from the September 2020 Die of the Month for Becca Feekin. I'm pretty sure that my links are down there if you are interested. And let me show you what that set of dies look like. Let me do it like so. Hang on just a moment. Oh no, it's not from the Die of the Month. This is that set of dies that I used. Okay, and this is what you get in that set. So what I did here was, again, with this idea, the idea of a backing, I just went ahead and I put these two dies, see that? These two dies together to make this cut. Obviously, the first cut was just using the outer dies, and the second cut was using everything together. So let me show it to you like so. And over here I used a also I don't no, it was a different die that I used to cut this. I can't remember right now, but I went ahead and I trimmed the time piece. And by the way, this is using scraps, as you're able to tell, from my Prima. See, two different Prima collections, just scraps. Okay, and so over here I die cut the clock piece, and you may not be able to tell there, but behind it there is a shadow of a silver mirror piece that I also die cut, and it's sitting behind here. What I used over here, the other day I did a Hobby Lobby, and these flowers, I've already uploaded that video. These are from the Happy Mail that I received from one of my BFFs, Anna Torres. She's the nail technician in California that I told you all about. And so these are just regular Hobby Lobby metal footsies. And also another difference between this box and this one was that this one, if you could see it, I did this one out of chipboard. So you can hear that it's very sturdy. I made this one out of chipboard because I wanted it to last. Okay, and this right here, this is just trim that somebody gifted to me. I take all the trims, everything that y'all send, and I just in what I make. And right over here, see this piece of trim? I just love this trim, and this little bit was all that I had left, so I decided to add it here. And of course some flat back pearls, and my flat back pearls, I do get them at Michael's, you guys. So let me show you just how many you get. See, it's a huge piece, and you can always use a coupon for these. So yeah, I highly recommend those flat back pearls. And here's some more. I bought the other one because I was running low, as you can see. So I made this for my whatchamacallit for these. Okay, So now that I have shown you these two, what do you think of them? Do you like them? I hope that you like them. You know, this is like, it was something that I was playing around with, and then I said, okay, Sandy, amplify it, make it better. So let me take a look at the chat for a moment. Hi, Janice Johnson. So yeah, I hope that you'll like this. Gosh, I'm so thirsty right now. Okay, and so we have these, and like I said, the reason I built the box was around these cards. So let me show you what I did with my sample cards, and these are just samples, you'll know, and I will be doing something with this eventually. Okay, but this is the size of the British memory decks cards that I am doing into recipe cards. Okay, and I just, here, let me go ahead and do this. And here's another one. And by the way, these big flowers, I like to, they're half off that way. Hi, Sherry, how are you? That way I can use them in my card making or whatnot. And over here, going with items that I have that I've been sitting on for years. This is just a sticker that kind of popped out of my sticker monstrosity that I have over here to the left of me. Here's another one. And again, just stickers that I haven't used, and I'm like, gosh, you need to use them in something. Another sticker. And another card with another sticker. And here are just simple cards that I die cut using this set of dies. It's this one. Nope, sorry, this one right here that I die cut, that I will do something else with it later. Okay, so those were my projects using this. But then I have these other projects that I made a while back, and I was inspired by two ladies. And Elizabeth may remember this. Elizabeth, do you remember that swap that we did a couple of years ago that Anna hosted? The, the little envelopes, and we followed a tutorial and we exchanged those? Well, anyways, that right there, that swap a couple of years ago inspired me to do this, and also a video. I hope I remember her channel name correctly. I believe it's Nurse Tara 04. A few years back, she made a video in which she did these envelopes, just gift card envelopes that were also shakers in the front, and she decorated the front as shaker envelopes for like gift cards and whatnot. So that's what I did here. Okay, and I've been sitting on these for a long time, and I was going to show these to you for like Christmas ideas, because you will see that everything here is Christmassy. But as many of you know, things happened around that time of year in our home. So for us, Christmas just did not happen. Okay, and so see, these are just the regular, it's that size envelopes that we traded, except that I made mine as Nurse Tara did. And I thought hers looked really cute, and it gave me an opportunity to use items from my stash. And this, by the way, is from Bo Bunny, and just different collections, y'all. You know, things like that just complement one another. And so let me just put those there. Here's another one, and this is using a Spellbinders die. This is a bow that I want to say Ebony gifted me a bunch of bows at one time. Okay, so this is from Ebony. I want to say it's Ebony, and I have more Bo Bunny, and this is that Michael's paper from a couple of Christmases ago. I forget the name of it, but that's what that's from. And Okay, here's another one. It's also a shaker. And over here, just using items from my stash plus a paper bow that Ebony gifted me. So, does this fit here? Maybe. Maybe, baby. Okay, so that is one box. And now for the other one. About a year ago or so, I was watching a tutorial on how to make these, and I forget which channel there was. There's a lot of ladies that have done tutorials on how to make small size policy envelopes, and I followed one of them, and after making the first two, they were so super easy to make. So here's one. Again, a policy envelope that was meant to be used for a gift card, gift giving for Christmas. That's one. And let me start putting this here. And here's another one. Oops, it's upside down. No, wait, is it? No, yeah. Okay, here we go. Just like so. And this is what the back looks like. And I tell you, these were super easy to make. Super, super easy. Once you make a couple, it goes pretty quick. Because, you know, just jot down the measurements and then you just go. See that? Isn't that pretty? I love the way these came out. And here's another one of those shaker envelopes. This is one of my favorite ones. See that? Those shaker envelopes. And this is what the back looks like. Very pretty. Let me see if I could. And here's another one. And this is using an old Graphic 45 paper collection. Remember when Graphic 45 had their 6x6 paper pads? That's what this is from. And I was going to make more, but then I changed my mind. I went with the lighter shade because I thought that this shade was maybe a little bit too, I don't know, dark for gift giving. You know, usually gift giving is a happy occasion. You know, not that these colors don't make me happy, but the thing is, you know, on the generally you want to give somebody something that's not dark. So these are my projects from that, and I don't remember if I've already made a video with pictures on it, but if I have made a video with my nice pictures and so forth, I will go ahead and post that later this week. I don't know if I was in the process of, but anyways, if you watch the replay, you'll get the whole whatchamacallit, here this way so you can see them. You get my whole explanation of why I'm making this video with a bunch of stuff. Oh my gosh, it fell! No! Look, the little thingamajiggy fell off of here. I gotta put it back on there. I will do that later. Okay, gosh. And I hurt myself doing that too. How funny. Okay, so thank you so very much, Elizabeth. Let me see who the chat on this. Hi, Sherry Powers. How are you? I hope that you're doing well. Okay, so that takes care of that, and this one. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to show you the card that I made with this. I made a step card, and it's one of those projects in which I just went overboard, over the top. Oh my gosh. I'll go ahead and I'll see if I can release that this week as well. Okay, the next project, let me do these two that I made, was using dies from Helen Griffin. Okay, and these are just frames that I made using, and let me show them to you real quick. This is the 6x4 Simply Made Crafts by Helen Griffin. This is a frame die set. Okay, and this other one is the 5x7 box frame die set. Yeah, they're dimensional, so they're box frames. So with the 6x4, I decided to make this. And this one is the beautiful Marilyn Monroe, and I decided to use her because she shouldn't be forgotten. And I asked my kids if they knew who Marilyn Monroe was, and they said no. So I was like, kind of disappointed. Some people are just, she should not be forgotten. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in my bookcase after the video. But yeah, I make these. These are very simple, very easy to make. Once again, just using papers for my stash. And so I went ahead and I adorned it with flowers that Anna gave me. And these dies right here. These are just filigree dies from Spellbinders. And this is a Sizzix die. And I just added a button. I love rhinestone. This is the 6x4 size. Now, for the larger one, which is the 5x7, I went ahead and used my Graphic 45 paper stash for these. And I used the picture from the Craftstash website. And this right here is my pal. She's nice. And so we are thinking about doing a collab. Of course, she's out there in the UK and I'm here in the US. So we got to figure out how this is going to work. So we're thinking about doing a collab together. And that may be in the works for the next month. So be on the lookout for that. And over here, see these corners? I hope that y'all get to see those corners. Those corners are included. These, not the metal ones, but these gold ones, they're included in the die set. And I like the way this came out. So that's these two projects that I made. Let me just do it like that. And let me put these to the side. Now, I made this card. I just wanted to make a gender neutral card. It is a congratulations baby card that I made using dies by Simply Made Crafts by Helen Griffin. As you can see, you get a ton of dies here. 33 dies altogether. My goodness. 33 dies. But I just love it. I love it. Because you can use whichever dies that you want and just make whatever you want with them. And I think that not only would these be great for card making, but also for mini albums as well. So I made that. Okay. So now for the piece of resistance. And I laugh about it because y'all know I can't color worth a hoot. I did a ton of coloring. Oh my word, I did a ton of coloring. And I was thinking of different ways to make a video for them. You know, before up until last night I was thinking, okay, how do I make this video for these cards? Do I title it Coloring for Beginners? And then I thought to myself, well, if you are offering technique for beginners, what are those techniques? And I'm like, I wouldn't know because I don't color. And so I was just like, racking my brain. How do I present these cards? Because they're not up to the standard of many people who color these, and I don't want to be laughed off the stage. And so that is another reason why I made this live video, because at least this way we can laugh together. We can laugh about it together. And so, okay, I'm going to present to you different card making ideas using stamps and Copic markers. Now, keep in mind, I'm a beginner colorist, so don't expect to see any miracles, okay? Okay, here we go. Let me get the first. Now, this one that I'm about to show you, yes, yeah, okay, is from the Daisy May design. Okay, this is available at Craftstash, and this is the name of this set, and over here is the stock number. And I will refer you once again to my affiliate link for Craftstash in the description area of this video, and thank you for ordering through my links. So this is the set of dies. They're very cute, very pretty. And let me show you what I made with it. This is my card. It's very simple. It's a slimline card, but I just went by my own measurements. I didn't go by any type of measurements. And so what I did first was I stamped on white cardstock, and then I attempted to color. And then I attempted to fussy cut. Alrighty, and I just, before putting it with, I use some fun foam. If y'all can tell, it's a little bit dimensional, not too much, just a tad bit dimensional. Before I added this piece to this card, I decided to use, let's see, which ones were they? Okay, this one, the alligator, and these two sayings. Okay, these two sayings, the clown and the alligator or crocodile, I don't know which is which. And I decided to do kind of like a border thing right along here. And I've seen this done elsewhere before using words, phrases, but I can't tell you, I can't remember who, but I've seen it done a while back before, and I wanted to go ahead and attempt this, and I think it's a neat idea. It's different, you know. Well, thank you, Brian. You think I did a good job. Thank you. Thank you so much. You are too kind. See, I tell everybody I'm better at piecing stuff together. See, like die cuts. I'm better at doing stuff like this, you know. And I do want to learn. Trust me, I want to learn how to color. It's just that I'm not very good at it, you know. So that was one card. Now, this other card, I'm semi-proud of this other card because I think it came out kind of cute. Okay, now with this one, I used the distressing inks to, you know, that much. And then after doing that, what I did was I used, let me go back to this other one. Hang on, let me get the right stamp. Okay, I can't find the stamp. It's here. Trust me, I'm sorry. I know it's like y'all are waiting on me and I cannot find the stamp. Oh, here we go. Okay, sorry about that. The stamp that I used on that card, once again, Daisy May design. You know, every time I look at this, I'm thinking to myself, Daisy, Daisy Mouse. You know, Daisy Mouse. I don't know if they still, it's called Gone Fishing. And this is the stock number to it. And you get these stamps. Okay. And so for this card, as you can see, I used this one, and I used this one, and I used this one. So, and this is how I colored it. What do y'all think? I like this one a lot better. And so I smell food. I'm getting hungry. Oh my gosh. And here's another card making idea that I used a different set of stamps on. And let me get that one out. Okay. This other card making idea, and I was kidding around with my crafty friends. I told them, when all else fails, when you can't color, you emboss. So what I did with this one was I used papers from the Daisy May collection, and I'll show you that paper pad in just a moment. And I just use my Versa marking, I think it's called. I use this right here along with this powder, and I just stamped the image on there and I embossed it. I mean, yeah, you know, I ran the heating tool through it. So, and the other one, I did the same thing for the saying. And I really, really like the way this came out. And the stamps that I used, Daisy May Designs, it's called Messing About in Boats. This is the stock number. And these are the stamps that you get. See that? Aren't they cute? So I really like the way this came out. I think this is one of my favorites. And then when you just need to do something really quick, I just slapped some paper on a 3x3 card and I stamped it using my brown ink. And the stamp set that I used is, oh, where are you? Is actually from, is actually not here. Okay, jeez. Okay, I'll find it later. But, yeah, let's move on to the next card. So this was actually my very first card that I colored when I pulled all these stamps out. And I'm not 100% with it, loving it. And you'll be able to tell by the garabatos, I call them garabatos, that I was trying to do some shading. And boy, did I fail miserably. Look at that shading. Oh my gosh. But this is that card. Okay. And so to make this one, I used this stamp right here. It's a beautiful set of stamps. It's so super pretty. I love it. And this one is Daisy May Design, the Ice Cream Shack. Oh, I could go for some ice cream right now. Oh my gosh. And this is the stock number to it. Well, thank you, Janice. You are too kind, girl. You are too kind. And so, yeah, what I did with this, I used my embossing and I used this color. The black sparkle is what I used. And this I got at Hobby Lobby. I do believe it was Hobby Lobby that I bought that from. Okay. Now, here's one that I think came out okay. This one is using the the distress inks, and I did do a haul on that when I bought a bunch of distress inks and stuff, you know, at Michael's. This is where I got these colors from. So I started with a blue, this is yellow, and then the blue, and then the very pale pink. Now, there is a tool, and I will make a video about it showing you the difference between them, because I think this is very important, especially for those of us who are not experts in coloring, because you know what? We need all the help that we can get. And I got this tip from Amador. He is AmadorsCraftKits.com, and let me show you what he said would probably work. So I went ahead and I ordered them. Hang on. Toothbrushes. it's not just any toothbrush, guys. These are, I believe, the 20,000 or something like that. It's a very high number with a 2. I threw away the packaging, but at Amazon, these are available at Amazon, and they're so super cheap. And this is a very inexpensive alternative to those expensive those expensive brushes that are kind of like these. They kind of have the feel of a makeup brush that, I see hair. Okay, that scrapbook.com and all the crafty stores sells. These are a very cheap. Him, I'd still be doing, oh my gosh, look, I haven't even opened this, okay, because these to me is, should I say it, garbage in comparison to something like this, especially for somebody who's starting out. Okay, I've seen pros that use these and they already know just the amount of pressure to do, and they are pros. Oh my gosh, they ink their cardstock beautifully with something like this. Me, not me. I need all the help I can get. And I use these when Amador said, try these out. I went on the website at Amazon. That's where I got these and ordered them. And they came like the next day or the following day after that. And I've been using them ever since. And look at the results that I got, guys. No longer do you see those circles that these guys make. Okay, look how nice. Of course, it's not perfect, but I just want to point out to you how I was able to blend almost like a master at doing this just by the use of these. So if y'all want to try out techniques like these, go ahead and go to Amazon and try these out, and they are so cheap. You're not going to be disappointed. And another thing that I saw too, because sometimes, I was going like, these little hairsies or bristles, they don't come off. They are very well made. They do not come off, and they blend beautifully. Oh my gosh, I can't say enough great things about these. They blend beautifully. Yeah, toothbrushes. So I made this card with, let me show you the stamp set. Like so. Okay, and I use, I'm showing it to you upside down. This is what the stamps look like. And the name of it is My Mobile Home by Daisy May Designs, and this is the stock number to it. Yeah, and if y'all get you those toothbrushes, remember the number is like 20,000, I believe. It's a lot of bristles. It's 20,000. They're the softest ones that you can get, and if you use them and make a video about them, please remember to thank Amador from AmadorsCraftKits.com, because it was his idea. And yes, thank you, Amador. What a wonderful tip. And over here, as you can see, I made some garabatos over here. Trying to do some shading. You know what? I'm just going to have to, when I'm able to travel again, I'm going to have to, make that commitment, pay for that class in Arizona, and just take a Copics coloring class, because oh my gosh, it's horrible. And I watch videos on how to color with Copics. If you do a search on YouTube or anywhere else on the net, there's a ton of videos on how to color, and I don't know, it's I guess I'm too heavy-handed, and I do try, believe me, I try to do as lightly as I can, but it just doesn't work out. So, anywho, the next card that I want to show you, and I'm proud of this one too, is this one right here. I love the way this came out, and once again, I took bright white cardstock, and you could tell where I was a little bit heavy-handed right here, okay, and perhaps here and here. Alrighty, but I used those same brushes that I just showed you, and you can see how beautifully these brushes blend, you know, without those circle spots that I would get. And I went ahead and I did some embossing with my gold ink, and this is the let me show you the one that I used is this one. It's called Fun in the Sun, and look how cute. Look how cute these designs are by Daisy May Design, Fun in the Sun. And this is a stock number. Oops, sorry. You're on the right, Sandy. That one. And I'm going to remind you again, because I know that this is a long video for those of you just coming in. I have a affiliate link to everything that I'm showing you here in the description area below. You can find everything that I'm showing you here on Craftstash. And thank you so much for using my links. Now, this other one that I'm about to show you, by the time I got to this card, I was just so cansada. I was so tired. I was like just ready to call it quits. And I was like, no, you just have one stamp left, Sandy. Just one more stamp set left. Just do it and get it done with. And my very last one that I was like, oh, just, okay. It is this one. I love the way this came out. This is a 5x7 pre-made card that I got on clearance at Hobby Lobby when they had a bunch of these for like 99 cents. I went ahead and grabbed a few sizes and a few colors for card making. And so what I did here was, let me show you, this tip might be helpful to some of you. What I did here was I took my card, okay, I took my card with this very same block. This is the largest block that I own. And what I did was I placed my block right over the card, and then I took a little bit, and then I started positioning the stamps to where I wanted, how I wanted the scene to look. I was making a scene, okay, with this, and that is how I did it. Alrighty, and the name of this stamp set is called The Lighthouse by Daisy May Design. This is what they look like, real pretty, and this is the stock number to it. And so, yeah, and then I just added a couple of the whatchamacallit flat back bling from my stash that someone gifted to me. And did I do anything on the inside? No, I didn't. So this is the last card that I made. Let me check the chat for a moment. Upside down and I'm Christine, how are you? Shabby Pink House. Christine is Shabby Pink House. Oh my gosh, Christine, I can't believe that you're in one of my lives. We always miss each other, girl. And so I found a stamp. I came across a stamp for that other card that I made. And let me go through my pile once again. It's this one right here. Like I said, this one I just wanted to make a plain 3x3 card, and I thought that this would be the perfect size for it. Oops, I didn't put it in there right. So sorry. Let me just remove this like so. This is called The Seagulls by Daisy May Designs. Okay. So now I have, oh yes, I did say that I wanted to share with you the paper pad by Daisy May Designs, and I found it. It's actually sitting at the bottom of this other stack. And I have already started working with this collection, so you might find a couple of pieces at a place. And this is the Daisy May design, A Day at the Beach. Okay, and this is what you get. And this is the stock number to it. And they're very lightly color papers. Very fun to work with. I just love this peach one. And so you get 3 of each. So this is what I'm working with. I'm going to be working with next week and show you something with it. And there is one more project that I wanted to share with you that I made, because I was kind of like in the mood to make photo frames and whatnot. And I use this die, and this is the stock number. Don't pay attention to this one. That's just the brand, but there's another name to it as well, but that is the stock number. Okay, and this is also available at Craftstash. And these are the dies that goes with it. And I made a shaker frame. Woohoo! And it's pretty thick too. I mean, gosh, you could probably mount this on the wall. And don't pay any attention to my picture. I just needed a picture to put in there. I figure I'm going to go ahead and put this in my piano with an easel. I'm going to get an easel for it and put it on my piano, because I used to play piano and compete when I was a teenager back in New York. So that's what it looks like. And yeah, and that's it. And Christine, I know that you missed the beginning of this video, so I hope that you have the opportunity to go back and check my video from the beginning. And that is pretty much it. I will be taking pictures as when I can, and post the pictures on my social media. But yeah, I thought that by sitting here and chatting here with you, it would be a heck of a lot easier to just show you everything that I've made on a live video than, you know, taking every single picture, editing. That would take me hours and hours and hours. Oh my goodness. But yeah, thank you so very much for stopping by, and I hope to see y'all soon. Hi, Raquel. Who else is here? Sandra. Hi, Sandra. How are you? And so yeah, I'm very thirsty. I think it's my meds. My meds give me like this dry mouth. It's a very ugly feeling, and I'm feeling that right now. So yeah, it's lunchtime for me in Texas. No, I was going to say Central Texas. I'm not at Central Texas. I'm more by the Gulf. And I'm going to go ahead and have some water and have my lunch, okay? Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a peaceful and restful Sunday. Love y'all. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye. That time. Okay, here we go.